What's up, GGs? Welcome to week 12, workout 2. So I'm in a gym because it was a little too cold to film on my porch. So going forward, we probably will be in this gym setting. We're starting off with assisted squats with internal rotations. So hold on to something and get into a squat position, and then you're bringing your knees inward into your midline, just like you're doing internal rotations while you're sitting down, but this time you're standing up. So your knees don't need to touch the ground, and just rotate your knee in as best as you can for that good internal rotation of the hip. Okay, next we're doing lateral lunges with a floor tap. You're lunging to the side, not as deep of a stretch as we do when we're kneeling, but you're going to bring yourself up out of that lunge, standing tall, and then shoot your leg out, lunging until you tap the ground. And you're doing 10 each side. Okay, next up we're doing cobras to a child's pose. So cobra, that's the child's pose. Okay, so we're working on our spinal mobility and stretching out that core and our back and our shoulders. So make sure this is a very fluid movement. You're not staying in one position for too long. And I like to breathe out as I'm doing cobra. Make sure you're looking up, and then your spine goes neutral when you get into child's pose. So we have 5 to 8 reps of these total. Okay, then we have standing puppy pose. So you're gonna find a wall, put your hands shoulder width apart, and then kind of bend your head in between your arms so your back is flat, and you're stretching out those muscles in between your shoulder blades all the way down your back, and you're challenging that shoulder mobility as well. So we have 5 to 8 of these as well. Okay, next up are goal pose. So I don't know if you can tell, but my legs in the back are up in the air. So I want your lower back to be flexed, and I want your legs and your torso up off the ground. So the only thing on the mat is your belly, and you're forming your arms into a goal pose shape, bringing your elbows to your side, and this is really good for shoulder and back mobility. Okay, next we have standing toe raises. And I am so sorry, I'm trying to figure out the angles of this new environment, I guess. I'm trying to show my toes moving up in the air, but you can't really see it. So some of these clips in here, I'm gonna have to work on the angle, but I think you get the point. You're gonna stand up against a wall and you're just lifting your toes for 20 reps. And then you're turning around and holding yourself up against the wall and lifting your heels this time. So we're working on ankle flexion, ankle mobility, and then we're working on our calves, our shins. This is working those little tiny stabilizer muscles, starting from our feet to our ankles, to our shins, to our knees, all the way to the hips. So 20 of these as well. Okay, then we're getting into a deep squat. Hold yourself in that squat, and then as your elbows are still between your knees, you're standing up and stretching out those hamstrings. So I don't expect your legs to be completely straight when you stretch up the hamstrings. As you can see, my knees are still bent. I have really tight hamstrings, so it's hard for my legs to be completely straight in this position. So you're just going from a squat to a hamstring stretch, back and forth, and then when you're done, I like to sit in that deep squat stretch for a couple seconds. All right, 10 total. Okay, here's another one where the angle is super awful, but we're starting the workout off with leg raises. Guys, this is a total ab workout today, so mentally prepare for that. Your core is going to burn, but in the best way possible. You're going to be walking around your house with just some tight abs. So we're doing leg raises. So hands under the butt, and you don't really need to see exactly what I'm doing, but you're really just raising your legs up in the air and back down. Do not let your heels touch the ground, okay? Your legs are floating. So up as high as you can bring them, and then just lowering them back down for 15 reps. Then we have knee touches with the crunch. So the crunch is basically you touching your knees. So I want your knees and legs to be at a 90-degree angle. You can't really tell, but the angle from my calf to my thigh is 90 degrees, okay? So you're holding them in the air and you're just touching your hands to the knees, okay? So your legs are working your lower core, and then that crunch is working your upper abdominals, okay? So this is a full core workout here. 20 crunches. All right, then we have the favorite plank, 30 to 45 seconds. So keep those hips high enough to where they're not sinking, but I don't want your body to look like a triangle, okay? You want a nice flat back with your hips just slightly high so that you're not sinking, okay? Hold your lower belly, squeeze your core, and get through, if you can, 45 seconds. Okay, we have mountain climbers. So get into a tabletop position, and you can see the speed is not terribly fast, but it's not slow either. So when you're driving that knee, each knee to your chest, really focus on squeezing the core. Mind to muscle connection. So if you want to feel it in your core, think about feeling it in your core. 30 total. Okay, then we have reverse crunches. So put your hands under your butts for your lower back support. And then straightening out your legs and then bringing your knees to your chest is a reverse crunch, okay? I like to keep my head up in the air so that my spine is a little bit rounded. It makes it easier on my lower back as well. So crunch your knees to your chest and then straighten them out. And you have 20 of these total. Okay, we have kneeling woodchops. So grab a 10-pound dumbbell. You're going to be in a kneeling position. So one knee up, one knee down. And you're driving that dumbbell up into a diagonal fashion away from you. Okay, so you're starting at your hip, and then whatever knee is holding you up, you're driving the dumbbell into that side of the knee. So dumbbell at the hip, and now I'm driving it into the side that my knee is up, okay? In a diagonal fashion. Make sure to squeeze the core and breathe. Okay, last exercise in set 1. You can do this. You're grabbing a dumbbell, holding one arm above your head, the other arm is out for balance, and you're slowly doing 20 marches, squeezing the core, keeping that arm completely straight, and really focus on maintaining your balance, okay? This is the last exercise you have in the set, okay? So give it your all, and then you have a 1 to 2 minute rest. Okay, we're on to set number 2. So make sure you've rested 1 to 2 minutes before starting again. And we have our leg raises for 15 reps, okay? You're gonna have to dig deep for this set because I'm sure your abs are on fire. But it's only 4 more exercises after this and you're completely done for the day. So give it your all, challenge yourself, see what you can do, okay? Okay, then we have our knee touches with that crunch for 20 reps. Hold it, squeeze it, breathe. You got this, okay? 20 reps. If you need to pause in the middle of this after like 10 reps and rest for a second, completely okay. Just get that 20 reps done. Okay, plank, 45 seconds. Hold it, squeeze it, and breathe, okay? You are going to feel so happy after you've accomplished this workout. Your abs are going to be so tight in the best way. Okay, 30 mountain climbers. Make sure your arms are stacked right underneath your shoulders and you're going a little bit faster than a slow pace for 30 reps. All right, 20 reverse crunches. Again, if you need to stop and pause in the middle of this, you're totally welcome to do that, just as long as you get those 20 reps done. I don't even care if it takes you 2 minutes to do all these, okay? Take your time, but just get the reps done, okay? Okay, 10 kneeling woodchops each side. Remember to hold that dumbbell on each end. Keep your arms straight with a tiny bend in your elbows and drive the dumbbell toward that knee that's up, okay? Hip and diagonally away from you. Guys, you made it to the last exercise. This is the last thing you gotta do today, and you have completed a killer ab workout. So 20 each side, nice and slow, and then you're just gonna have a six-pack immediately after this. I do just want to say congratulations for completing another 6 weeks of working out and being so consistent, for showing up for yourself, for not quitting, and for challenging yourself and seeing what your body is capable of. I cannot wait for another 6 to 12 weeks with you. Congratulations, and I am so proud of you.